morning. This is your weekly update with Jim Stewart. I'm the Chief Investment Officer here at Worth Asset Management. Today is April 17, 2023. I'm going to go over your three threes for the week. I'm going to go over our top major asset classes, their performance, and our top three on a long-term basis. And then I'm also going to look at the both equities and bonds on a short-term basis and how we are positioned. And then the top three market movers for the week. So let's jump on in.
Okay, let's go over the major asset classes, their performance on a week, 3-month, and 1-year return basis. We had a kind of mixed week again this week with some of the more conservative investments on the downside, including the US dollar, bonds, real estate, and gold. And on the positive side for the week, we had the equities, emerging markets, and commodities on the plus side. On a 3-month basis, what a difference a week or two makes. A lot of green for the first quarter, but some of that now is going the other way. So we have a lot of red, the biggest losers being the small cap and the real estate market, where the positives are the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and gold. On a 1-year basis, we still have a lot of red. And the only positives being the US dollar and gold on a 1-year basis. All right, let's go over the top three major asset classes on a long-term basis for April 17, 2023. We did have a change. We had global equities jump the NASDAQ equities for the number 3 spot. So we still have this struggle, this battle between offense and defense. And so it's a little bit of both. No one is really taking over. It's just kind of going back and forth and has been this entire 3-4 months of 2023. All right, let's go over the bonds on a short-term basis. With the 10-year interest rates dropping from 3.88 at the beginning of the year to 3.52. And you remember this is an inverse relationship. When interest rates and yields drop, bond prices go up, which is a positive if you own bonds. And so that is why the performance is positive 3.2 for 2023. We do need to, however, hold these levels. I don't want to see it come right back down and have interest rates go back up and the bond prices drop. All right, let's go over the equities on a short-term basis. This is, again, every week it seems like I'm saying this. We've been trading in these two support and resistance zones for a long time now. We just tapped into it last week and we're still kind of now in the middle of it. We've got to get above 4,200 before we can get really excited about equities. And I think it'll be a huge move if we can do that. But if you, again, look back 9 months or 9.5 months now, we've actually gone nowhere on the S&P 500. So we'll probably, again, continue to trade in here and wait for this breakout either up or down. But so far, so good on the equities on a year-to-date basis. But looking out longer, not much is happening on the S&P 500. All right, let's go to the top three market movers for the week, April 17. This week, we have a lot of housing data. We'll get the latest updates for the housing market. First one being the NAHB Housing Market Index for April on Monday. Then we get housing starts and building permits for March on Tuesday. Then existing home sales for March on Thursday. So with interest rates coming back down, we'll see if that's a positive with these numbers through March. On Wednesday and Thursday, we get some other inflation data, not ours coming from the US, but some global inflation data from the UK, Eurozone on Wednesday, and then we get Japan's inflation reading on Thursday. So we'll see how the global market is doing with regards to inflation. But the biggest market mover probably will be all the earnings that are coming out. And this is a full week of earnings. And here is a listing of them. Charles Schwab, State Street on Monday, Johnson & Johnson on Tuesday, Tesla is the big one for Wednesday, Taiwan Semiconductor on Thursday. And so you can go through this list if you do own any of those. So there will probably be a couple in here that will move the market one way or the other. That's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Our next update is Monday, April 24th. As always, continue to like, subscribe, and follow, and we shall see you next week. Have a great week trading.